You dry?
When I turned pro, I stuffed that sucker so
Yeah,
good.
so
I was nursing a 7-month-old the day I got my pro card.
I was prepping a girl last year, and she got her pro card at nationals last year, and she is flat as a board.
When I started out,
First
I was
place.
flat as a board.
You're all right.
I'm still flat.
And she's
I'll give you.
they're not, it's not gonna make or break your physique at the end of the day. It's not, it's not gonna be like, well, she doesn't have food, so.
Yeah, I think on
posing is
stage,
what matters.
like the first show, and I mean, I nationally qualified the first show, but that was feedback is that my bottom half overpowered my first half. So between my first and second show, I like really focused on building my shoulders and my chest tightened as much as I could. But I mean, and when I lean out completely, there's like, I can't even like. I can't even like pull anything up to create.
So the most important thing, suit designer that knows how to accentuate whatever you have, because like I said, there are girls that don't have anything and they get on stage, they look totally proportioned because they've had a proper suit done.
I'm the perfect example. I don't have anything to say. I'm not getting any. I'm not going to invest in it. Let's say the thing that you can put in there that looks like the most natural because it kind of molds however you want is filler stuff.
That's what I stuffed the crap out of mine. And I did it the first time, but my stuffing second show is definitely better than my stuffing first show. That on top of like I had grown a little bit more in my upper body.
Yeah.
Just make sure you practice it a whole lot.
Yeah.
Like before you don't wait from show to show.
Yeah.
Or whatever, whoever your suit maker is, just see what they're using. Like my suit maker, she uses teddy bear stuffing now. And I love it. It's softer, it's comfortable. Yeah.
They're better than the chicken cutlet. Those look weird in a suit, I think. You need something soft and pliable.
Yeah.
Mine might be actually texture. It's an Ingrid Romero suit, and I don't know. She sent me like a bunch of extra too when I got my suit.
I would ask her because she would, she'd be a good resource as far as like something like that goes. If you're paying her to make your suit, she'd probably be happy to, help you figure out how to make yourself and her suit.
Like I have to use my head.
Trust me, I've been on stage as a pro plenty of times, and I don't ever have that. I've never had feedback that this would be an issue, and I don't even care about it.
Yeah, I got it my first show, and it kind of like from one judge, like straight up.
But did they
said,
specifically say
that.
your chest?
He said I would suggest it.
They told me that.
Really?
Yeah.
He's like, I hate to go here because it can be kind of like, girls, can get offended. And I mean,
He's a guy though, and is he a head judge?
He wasn't. He wasn't the head judge for that show.
So I wouldn't even.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Be careful.
What critique you take.
Yeah.
I got my pro card in 2010, and I didn't get my boots done until a year and a half ago. I mean,
If he was a head judge, then I'd be like, I might take that into consideration. But if he wasn't the head judge, and if he's never been a head judge, I wouldn't do it.
If it's like Sandy Williamson,
Sandy tells you.
but she's not gonna say that.
No, she's not. No. And Sandy's one I've heard out of her mouth. She really doesn't care about booby situations. Like she said that in the NPC clinic that if you're gonna get the boobs, then the rest of your body better match. But she's one that doesn't really care about boobs.
You ever heard of Yashira?
Yeah.
She doesn't have any.
Yeah, and I know there's some
She's
that
been
have
second
here.
place.
She's a top 3 Olympian.
Yeah. I guess it's just like learning how to pose for my
Yes.
Well, we'll teach you that today. Any other
Yeah.
questions? That was a great question.
Sorry.
I'm sure it helped everybody.
Yeah.
So.
I do have a question, especially if there's a huge swing from you're not competing your body fat to your stage ready and that body fat that you're carrying. Is there a huge difference in that?
Yes and no. I think depending on the person, how lean they get, and then what their off season is. It's not from a personal standpoint. It's not healthy to get so low and then get so high and then get so low and then get so high. There needs to be balance in your off seasons. That's the most important time. Because you could do damage. You could look a certain way on stage and then they say, well, you actually need to be a little bit tighter. Okay, let me take 12 weeks, hit my next show, but for 6 weeks of it, you were not serious on your meal plan, and then you don't end up looking tighter. That's the downfall of up and down with the body fat. You never know how your body's going to respond from prep to prep. Consistency is key. So that's why I say yes and no. Yes, there is usually a big difference, but there shouldn't be so much so that it's going to be detrimental to your health, number one, but also the way your body responds if you want to have a long future in the industry. You need to control it. It needs to be watched. Yeah.
So is your stage ready body something that you can maintain throughout the year?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And that's with any category.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
any category.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
My weight fluctuates probably a solid 10 pounds from stage to full blown off season, and I've even been up 15 pounds from stage weight sometimes, and that's for bikini. And I think for the girl, even like the figure and women's physique girls, it's usually a little bit more because they have to get more lean than we do, and then they also have to supplement more in the off season with more food, fuel their workouts, build the muscle. So yeah, we're actually a little bit more fortunate as bikini competitors, as we, our fluctuation shouldn't be as much as, the weight, but it needs to be there. You need to have healthy off season.
And it becomes hard as a pro because you don't know if you're chasing shows. I mean, it's like,
And I think it's the expectation too, as a pro. It's like, come Christmas time, when I'm having pizza and ice cream with my kids and we're going to the movies eating popcorn and I'm up 10, 15 pounds, like, that's a pro. Yeah, I'm a human too.
I think for me
The expectation is hard.
when I was more actively competing and stuff, even before I ever got competitive, I think there are some people who do maintain a stage-ready look naturally. I've had clients that have done that, but they've got extensive gymnast backgrounds and whatnot. Everybody's different, but for the most part, I always kind of found myself looking like I was in prep. For me, I mean, this past year has been different. I kind of just haven't been as consistent, mainly in the gym, and I don't eat enough, just because I've taken on, my husband has spent less than 30 days home since last December, and all over. I've got 4 kids, and 3, 5, 7, 12, and I travel a whole lot, and then I've still got I'm a business person, so if it really kind of varies, and it also depends on where you are in your life. I'm not in the place right now in my life and in my head to where I'm gonna maintain a certain lifestyle that I did for 15 years, because I had more time to be able to dedicate to myself, and right now I don't have it, and that's fine, but I still take good care of my health. So, but if you're wanting to know specifically, should you go, like, I don't agree with people going here to there, or here to there, so I wouldn't go from like where I am currently and try to like make myself compete soon and then just right away. This it's taken a year and a half of not really being consistent for me to even allow myself to be okay with being I don't know, just not stay closer to stage ready with it, so it all varies, but I would say I do know some people. I have a client, she just got her pro card, she just got her first Olympia qualification. Her name's Stacy McLeod. I started her off, I was her first coach. She was a Nashville girl, and her husband was my husband's bartender back in college, so we have a long background, but Stacy is able to maintain that leanness. She's a 100% lifetime natural competitor, and she's always ripped. But she is always ripped. She was a collegiate gymnast, and that started from childhood. So it is possible, and she's a flexible dieter. So it's not there's never anything to any extreme, you know. And she does minimal cardio. It's just,
And like with
varies.
you guys trying to get into the coaching business and the nutrition, it's gonna be really interesting because certain people, like you said, just have more flexibility. I'm one of those people. I'm not carb sensitive like that at all. I know some girls and guys, like right after a show, they gain within a week 30, 40 pounds.
and that's
It would take me 2 years to put on 20. You know what I mean? I've just always been that. I have very high metabolism since I was a child. I've always been athletically inclined. I was born and they thought I had muscular dystrophy because I came out with muscles. Like, I'm just naturally fit. But like for 3 years of my life, I got treated for muscular dystrophy because my muscles grew faster than my body. So, but I had all that treatment and getting fed all this medicine, and that wasn't even the case. So, I mean, if you guys know what that is, muscular dystrophy, well, it's a muscle issue where any muscle in your body can just stop at any time, including your heart. So I was getting fed this medicine because my muscles were growing faster. They're like, this baby has these shoulders and stuff like this, you know. But that wasn't even the case. I was just genetically fit. So I did tap, jazz, ballet growing up as a child. I did gymnastics for 2 years. Got to school, I was a hardcore track athlete. I went to college for track. And so now, with that type of background, it's so much easier for me in the off season to be flexible with the diet. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I really don't follow a diet plan in my off season. I just eat. I make sure I eat a lot before and after training. Don't ask me what I eat. I'm not gonna be that honest. Because I do but somebody else probably doesn't have that type of flexibility, you know, because they may put on 60 pounds and then it may take them longer than 16 weeks to cut down. Me, typically, it takes me anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks to really get in shape for a show. But that's just because I don't gain any more than 10 pounds. But if I did gain, more than 15 pounds, I would take 16-week prep, but I don't need a 16-week prep. By the time 16 weeks is over, I probably won't have any muscle left. So it's just very, very different for every competitor in the industry. Nobody's the same.
Kind of trying to ask you is like, if you don't mind, what is your weight ratio right now and your body fat that you're standing at right now? And then how far are you off right now from where you feel great on the stage?
Okay, 118 and 120 on stage. I'm 5'6".
Okay.
And I've been less than that on stage. I've been more than that on stage, but I've found what works. I found my balance. That's like my number. Currently, I'm 127, so I'm about 7 pounds away from my stage weight. For me, when I start, my progress is very slow in the beginning. And then all of a sudden, come around 6 weeks out, something changes, 4 weeks out, and then even like the last 2 weeks are my biggest changing, where I'll, drop 4 or 5 pounds in 2 weeks, and then there's, the water factor and all that. But
So you take 12 weeks from here to get to where you want to be.
I usually don't need a full 12 weeks. So when I started at the beginning of the year, coming off of my off season, going into the Arnold this past year, I only needed 9 weeks and I was ready. And then I did a few shows, and then I knew I had, 15 weeks between my last show to the Olympia. So I had a little time to really relax and let my body get refreshed, which is so important for my body to show up its best at the Olympia. And then, so I started at 12 weeks, but with the anticipation of it being the Olympia, but I'm really at 9 weeks was when it really got serious.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's usually what I need, 9 weeks.
I started 14, for the Olympia, because we're already in competition mode probably the whole year, because she did the Arnold, I did the Arnold, and I had about 6 weeks from the Arnold to my next show, so I had no break between. With women's physique, it's a lot different. She probably had a little more flexibility.
Yeah.
I didn't. So right after the Arnold, I had no break. I probably had one cheat meal after that. and I just kept going for another 6 weeks until Charlotte Europa. But after Charlotte, I had so much time before Olympia, so I took a couple weeks off. I even took a couple weeks off in the gym. No lifting, no diet, complete nothing. But at 14 weeks out is when I kind of gradually moved back into things. And then at 8 weeks, 9 to 8 weeks, I'm serious. It's on it. But it's different. Probably because, all of us, probably have a different prep mode, because when you've been a competitor for so many years, your body does a different thing when it goes into prep mode. But if you've only been competing for a year or 2 years, or this is completely new to you, it's gonna take a while. Like, it's not gonna pop back like that. Like, if I was just starting, I probably would need a full 20 weeks. You know what I mean? If I was brand new to the industry. But because I've been doing this for years, my body kind of knows when I'm doing it. Just pops right back to it.
Yeah.
And then in the off season, like I said, I work out and I just eat, but I also don't go too crazy with it. I know my limits. And being a competitor for so long, you just know what to do. You're just smarter with your decisions and prep life, period. And even off season, you're just a lot smarter with things. But like I said, it's just so much different between each person.
Yeah.
Even though me and her do the same event, our training and our prep life is probably totally different.
Yeah, because I put on almost 20 pounds in my off season, but I have a very fast metabolism, so it takes me absolutely no time to get super conditioned. In fact, the judges usually always tell me, you're overly conditioned, you're way too conditioned. Yeah. So I don't have a problem.
Yeah. I see those streaks you're making too.
Okay, I know. I be eating too. I don't just make them, I be eating too.
I don't know if she said that when she was talking about herself, but she is a meal prep and she does my food, most of the time, and it's good. And she makes some very good treats, so get her information. Her information's in your little goodie bag, so make sure you use it. Okay. And she's right there in Greenville. She can ship it to you.
Yeah. Or drive it up here.
This is Jessica. She came to my last clinic.
Yay!
She just did nationals. You can introduce yourself.
I'm Jessica Colombo. I just did my NPC Nationals in Pittsburgh. Came in 7th. A little disappointed, but it comes with the industry. My first NPC show was at NC State, and I came in 2nd and 3rd for category 35 and plus and 40 plus. And that was my first show for NPC. I'm a military spouse, I'm a mother of 2, and I'm a nurse anesthetist.
Nice. Wonderful. Wow. Busy woman. What's next?
Busy woman.
You're still in super good shape.
I just came off stage Wednesday, July 19th.
Yeah.
The Pittsburgh Nationals.
What's next?
What's next? Sorry, I did not hear. Coach said to go back to NC State for the North Carolina
Are you
Championship.
still qualified?
Say that
Are you
again.
still qualified?
Yeah.
Why would you do an amateur show?
I don't know. I haven't discussed it with him since I got back.
Stay on national stage.
Stay on national stage.
That's what I was going to discuss with
You have
him.
North Carolina coming up in Pittsburgh in 5 weeks,
That's where
and
you
you
need to
have
go.
nationals coming up in Miami.
Right, in November.
But they don't have masters or nationals, but
You'd be an open.
Open?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's still okay.
And let me say
But I
this.
wouldn't go backwards.
That's what I was wondering. Like,
I wouldn't.
I
I
wanna
would
say
not go
something really
backwards.
quick.
No.
When it comes to the national shows, how many total is it? 5? Is it 5?
Let's count.
There's a
USA, Junior USA, Masters, 6.
Okay.
They count Team U,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
6.
So,
Is USA tomorrow? I know somebody.
Yeah.
That's this weekend.
It's
It's
today.
right now in Vegas.
let me say this as a competitor, and I was told this when I first entered the NPC, because I only did one local show, and I went straight to nationals. I went to the big nationals in Florida for my first one, but I didn't know a lot about the NPC. I was coming from Muscle Mania, if you guys know.
Me
about
too.
this. Yeah, I was a pro figure and a pro bodybuilder for Muscle Mania. And so I just I did Miami Universe for WrestleMania, and then went straight to an NCC show as a women's physique competitor for the first time and got qualified. I had no idea what nationals was at that point. And somebody, I had just found a coach who was like, I was living in Europe at the time. He was like, well, I need you to fly back in a couple months and do this show. I was like, okay, not expecting, nobody knew who I was, and the judges don't even know me, but being told from feedback, because I went to the biggest national show ever, the last one, and I placed 5th place, that you should not go backwards and do certain national shows. So if you go to a certain national show, such as Nationals is called Nationals. You guys got to learn the differentiation between all of them, because
There's juniors.
I never preferred at the USA.
If you go to like Nationals and you do place top 5, don't go to Junior USA.
And that keeps you qualification for the next year. When you're in top 5.
Don't go backwards in shows.
Right, don't do that.
Don't do that, because the judges kind of look at that like, okay, this girl just placed 3rd place at Nationals. Why she's coming to Junior?
The only time you go back is if you need to requalify.
Do you find that a lot of the same judges do the national shows, as far as like the political side of competing? So I did my first national show, and I thought I looked really great, and I placed top 6 first call-outs, and I felt really good about that. But while I was on stage, the head judge had walked off prior to me coming on.
Who was it?
You gotta learn these people.
Yeah, you gotta know that.
You gotta learn these faces and names. I'm so serious.
Yeah.
Steve.
Yes, Steve. Sorry, I'm just saying it right now. But he had walked off prior to me even coming out. And then when they did first call-outs, I was out there, but 100%, they did not even look at, I was on the side, they didn't even look at me once I was in first call-outs. I mean, angled to everybody, but the only time I ever caught a judge's eye on me was at the end, when they had already, marked.
And okay, I have a little comment with who you are consistently placing well with, and get their critique, and try to stay in front of them. Let me tell you why. I have a teen. She's 19 years old. She did Southern States in South Florida. That's the only show that Sandy comes to South Florida to do other than nationals. And it's not even a pro-am show. It's just straight up amateurs. So she saw my girl. She won teen. And then she went to go do the one that she just did, the Masters Teen Collegiate Nationals, and she won because she had just seen her 10 days prior. She was fresh in her mind. So there is something to be said about staying consistent, showing yourself in front of the same judge, talking to them afterwards, face to face, not just an email, if they'll allow you to do that, and then showing back up with fixing the critique that they had for you. It's going to get you remembered. It's going to get you seen, because they see so, especially bikini.
Oh my God.
It is saturated.
So many.
When you're looking at 50 girls in one class, how are you being judged fairly? I remember that chick because I saw her 2-3 months ago at Team U, and then now I'm seeing her again, national. You have to be smart.
What I like to tell people, and it's helped. I mean, I would say 85% of my clients, when I had a team, had gotten their pro card, and what I just tell them from my own experience. And then also, I was with my husband when he turned pro. When you're starting off competing, doing a regular show, to just kind of learn how to compete, that's great. But when you're going to start to think, okay, I think I'm going to be ready to take it on to a national level, it is what she's getting at. Is it's always smart. She's talking about Sandy coming out to where it's only amateurs. That's not very often that you're going to get a head IFBB judge to come to a regular show and they're going to see you. So what I always tell them to do is try to find a pro-am show.
Yes.
Because you're going to get judged by those judges. 2 weeks before I won the USA, Steve Weinberger was the head judge. I had competed in a pro-am show. It was my husband's pro debut in Tampa. I actually did figure 2 2 weeks before I turned pro in bikini. I had won the overall in figure there. So I had won the overall in figure. Steve was the head judge there. I showed up I completely changed my training and nutrition to get more of a bikini body because I had won a bikini overall. I qualified in bikini a few weeks before that. So I won a bikini overall, won a figure overall. Then I decided, I want to turn pro in bikini. I had the choice.